Good morning, everybody. This is Janelle from Batty Bloomers. I wanted to show you a couple of new projects I've been working on. They're not finished, but I am making a cutting garden. And this is the beginning of it. It goes the whole way. It'll go the whole way down to the end, maybe farther. I don't know yet, but I haven't gotten enough soil to finish it off yet down there. But I'll show you what I have in it so far. And I just have laid cardboard on the ground and weighted it down with logs and whatever I can find, and I've used mushroom compost for the soil, and then I did buy mulch for little pathways so that I can walk and easily access all the flowers. So here I have my sweet peas. That's Azurias blue. These here are Bijou sweet peas, which I've heard are called bush peas, but they have been trying to vine like crazy. So we'll see what they do. I don't know. I've never grown those before. And I never have much success with sweet peas, so hopefully I'll have more success this year. We'll just see, I guess. And then back here, there's a few that are called, what are they called? Fragrantissima. So, they're supposed to be really fragrant, obviously, from the name. And that's what I have here. And then here I'm going to plant, I think, snapdragons. They're not quite ready to put out yet. And I may continue them onto here. These are bachelor buttons that came up in my garden, up in the potager, up there. They came up last fall, actually, and so I just transplanted them down here. Same with the Bupleurum. They came up in my potager, and I planted them down here. Had a couple that died. There you can see one that died. So I have to replant some, but I've got a ton up there, so that's seeded in the fall. Same with these larkspur. They seeded themselves in the fall. Now I did have some die, so I have to replant those there and right there. And I may do, I'm not sure what I'm putting in here. Celosia maybe. Just depends. And then this is all stuff that came up in my garden. This is what's the name of it? Coreopsis. And I'm not sure if it's a perennial or an annual that seeded itself, because it's always in my garden everywhere. So, and it's a nice cut flower. It's a pretty yellow flower. Sometimes they have like a burgundy center. And then there's another pathway, and then that's kind of where my mulch stops. My soil stops, so I have to get more soil soon. And then, so that's my cutting garden that I've started. So then there's something else that I've started down there. That is my vegetable garden, and I'll show you that. Okay, you can see this is not quite done yet either. We're going to do a fence around it, just like a cattle panel fence, and little gates at either end. That's why my husband and my son cemented a post here and a post at the bottom for the gate to hang on. My husband's going to make me some gates. So basically what I did was I laid out this black landscape fabric, and that's going to all have gravel on it for a walkway. I love the sound of gravel, of footsteps on gravel. So I wanted to have gravel in here. It's a little expensive, but anyway, so, and don't look at my lines. They're horrible. I don't do straight lines very well, so. But I did plant a few things in here. I'll show you what I've planted and what I have planned to plant. So first of all, this is an empty bed. This will either have sweet corn or popcorn. And then the bed opposite catty corner, that will have either the other, whatever. If I put sweet corn here, I'll put the popcorn down there. So there's a few beds that don't have anything, and I might not have enough space, but we'll see. But I'll just take you through and show you what I have. So this is Flame Star cauliflower, these 2 rows here. This is Emerald Crown broccoli, these 2 rows. Then over here I have Alaska peas, an old pack. I can't even believe they germinated. Had them for years, but they came up. And then here, there's nothing here. I'm going to put peppers in here. I already have the plants growing on inside, but it's a little too early to put them out. So that's reserved for pepper plants. If we turn this way, I have Patterson onions here, which are like a yellow onion, and I have red mountain onion here. And then in this cage, I just put this on. I didn't know if rabbits would try to eat this stuff, but in this cage I have little cabbages, bobcat cabbage, the whole way back. So that, and then I put the cabbages in these little weird shaped beds on the corners, on all four corners. And then two of these beds that are opposite one another have rhubarb that I transplanted from my secret garden. I didn't realize rhubarb needs space to get nice and full. So I divided it and put some here and some there. And then these beds in the middle don't have anything yet. I want to get asparagus in those. So then I'll have the four central beds in the middle of the garden will have perennials in them that will come up every year, and then I can plant the edges up with whatever. And then in the center here, I am thinking to buy a concrete, like the bowl of a fountain. There's a place that sells fountains and statuary and stuff, and sometimes they have chipped or cracked things for a discount price, and that's what I'm kind of hoping to get and put here, and put dirt in it, and then I have strawberries there in that weedy mess there. So I want to take strawberries from that and do around the edge of this bowl. And then in the center of it, I'd like to put something else, a concrete something else with water and a solar fountain. We'll see if that happens. I don't know, but that's my idea. And then, of course, there has to be a chair either there or there to enjoy the garden. Okay, so then down here, I also have more onions. I think the front are Patterson, and then the back and over there might be Red Mountain. I didn't pay attention to what was what, so and then of course more cabbage. And then this bed is empty. Oh, you know what? Right here I planted two potatoes also. And then try not to go too fast to make you dizzy. This bed is empty. I have peanuts inside under my grow lights, getting nice and big, and this is going to be the bed for the peanuts. And this bed has potatoes in it that I just planted the other day. They just were potatoes that I bought at a local farm, like a big 50-pound bag for the winter, and I had some left over. I thought, I'm going to save those, and they sprouted, so I stuck them in here, and so that's my garden. And I feel like I have tomatoes and cucumbers and pumpkins that I want to plant. So the hope is that I can, at the back of these beds, once we have the fence up, I can backfill more soil here and plant tomatoes up and cukes up the fence, that they will grow up. So use vertical space. So we'll see how that works. And pumpkins also. I have some pumpkins, butternut squash, things like that. We'll see how that works. This is all kind of new. I mean, I've had a vegetable garden before at our previous house, and the farmer that we lived beside gave us a piece of his field, and I couldn't work the tiller myself, and at the time my husband was working long hours, and so it was a weedy mess, and it was very discouraging and overwhelming. And oh, I have celery too that has to go in here. I wonder where I'm going to put that. Huh. Oh, we'll figure it out. But anyway, so I'm trying to do something that I can manage and that I don't have to till. So all these beds are just cardboard, and then the mushroom compost, and I drug these rocks up from our woods. Let me show you where that's at. Well, they're not really woods. It's just like a little grovey area. It's not really woods, but we call them the woods. There's a whole pile of rocks down there that my kids helped me drag these up and stack them, and so that's what's happening down here, and I'll keep you updated. And we're working on the greenhouse up back in the secret garden. So I'll give you an update on that. I want to make a video from start to finish, so that's why you haven't seen much on that, but it's coming. So, well, anyway, have a nice day, and thank you for watching.